Food. Onions. I love onions. And I love fish. Yum, yum, yum. Ooh, what are you doing over here? Chestnuts roasting on an open fire with some coconut oil on the frying pan and some onions and a beautiful hand and some more salmon. Oh yeah. So, oh man, Copenhagen, what an interesting place. It's beautiful here, and we've got a great place to stay for the next week or so, and it's just awesome. What can I say? I love the sound of cooking in the kitchen, and you know, one of the things you can do when you're practicing memory techniques is just listen to the people you live with in the room that they're in when you can hear them, and then imagine what it looks like in that room and what they look like in that room. And it's just a visualization exercise. I'm always stunned by how people struggle with visualizing in their mind, and yet there are so many visualization exercises that you can do out there. Just listening to the sounds of April cooking in the kitchen reminds me of just how much you can do with your mind to have memory exercises all the time. And you know, you might be thinking about a loved one right now, and they take the bus to work every day. You could think about the bus that they're in. You picture them inside of a bus, where they are in the bus. Think of the other locations in the bus. And you know, even without making a memory palace out of that bus as such, you can explore it as if it were a memory palace that you were going to use, and maybe even use that bus. And it's not a real bus, it's just a conceptual bus, but nonetheless, that space, and think about how you would divide it, how you would use it. And in many ways, it's a great memory palace because you have a point where you can enter and exit. Oh, that's the smell and the sound of salmon on the frying pan. Salmon, very memory-friendly food. In any case, you can do this. It doesn't have to be the person you love in the kitchen or in their bedroom or whatever. It could be their commute. It doesn't have to be a bus. They could be in their car. And just imagine those things. See them in your mind's eye. These are visualization exercises that you can do to make your visual imagination stronger. So I really encourage you to give that a try. It's a great way of being able to manipulate imagery in your mind, because that's what mnemonics is all about. Now keep in mind that you don't have to necessarily see these things. A lot of people, they worry, well, I close my eyes and I don't have HD television. You don't need HD television. You don't need to see anything at all. You can just conceive of using words and other sensations. The very sensation of like spatial memory in and of itself is a sensation. The idea, the thought of where April is right now in the kitchen, even without creating a picture in my mind, is a sensation. In the same way that I'm hearing the sound and recognizing that that's the sound of an object in space on a frying pan, I need to see it in order to conceptualize where it is and what that might look like. But if you think about it, there's this ghostly visual image that comes along with that. But the more powerful thing is the actual spatial location, the actual nexus where that happens in space. And so that's your spatial memory, that's your spatial imagination. And you can then think of manipulating imagery there. So I might just think of Smurfs floating up out of the smoke. Why Smurfs comes to mind, I don't know. But the more you practice this visualization technique, the more the images will come. It's weird stuff, right? And if I was wanting to memorize something concrete, then I'm sure that the right thing would come, or something very close to the right thing, something that could be massaged, that could be worked with, that could be useful would come. And you know, sometimes less than useful things come that don't work the first time. But this is the art of memory. This is the practice. And the more that you play around with images, the more you practice your spatial memory and then add things or use what you already know, like you know people, like your partner on the bus or in their car. The more you use that, then the more your skills and your talents are going to be available for you when you're using memory techniques. And I know I'm getting really hungry. I'm going to go see if I can help in the kitchen and hopefully not interrupt the art of cooking that's going on there. But I hope this helps. And so just to sum up, imagine where people are that you care about, that you live with, or that you have lived with in the past. Imagine where they are in a house, sounds, smells, and really think about that spatial location as a nexus, as a place, as a kind of image that does not require imagery in order for you to exercise it. And then see them doing stuff there, and then maybe elaborate it, exaggerate it, add Smurfs, add whatever comes to mind. It's an amazing thing that you can do. And then when it comes to actually memorizing information, foreign language vocabulary, numbers, names, or whatever, you're going to be so much faster, so much more flexible with the right ideas because you just practice this. You practice manipulating images in locations, on locations, at the place that locations are, but in your mind. Final tip. Think about where in your mind you actually feel these things, like where in your brain this might be happening. It's kind of weird, but if I think about where the kitchen is in this apartment in Copenhagen, it's like right here. That's where I sort of feel that thought is. If I think about Tel Aviv, it's right here. Why? I don't know, but it's a way of just thinking more about how your brain works and really concentrating on spatial memory. And you know that different memories locate themselves in different parts of the brain, and so that's another level thing that you can do. I don't have any suggestion or claim or argument that in itself is going to help improve your memory, but it's interesting to have a sensation and to always think about where in your brain you feel like you are thinking about what you're thinking about, and just identifying it, taking a second to think, where is this? And I think it adds to the memory process. And so I'm thinking about Tel Aviv now, and it's feeling there. I can then compare that tomorrow when I'm walking down the street, think about Tel Aviv again, and think about what part of the brain is. It can be more specific. Now I think about someone that I've met in Tel Aviv, and it's more back here. This is just the sensation of where it is in the brain. I don't know. Give it a try. Weird stuff, but fun. Hey, by the way, come on over to magneticmemorymethod.com. I've got a video course there for you that will teach you more about creating a memory palace and very concrete how you can use this miracle of memory to learn and remember and recall anything you like at will. That's at magneticmemorymethod.com. And if you like this channel, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment. I love talking with you. And until we speak again, keep magnetic.